We're live. Hello. I got stuff in my teeth. No. Okay. I've literally just eaten, so hence why we don't tend to check our teeth before we go live or do videos. I think we should. Hello, my darling, my Meliaki tribe. How are you? Sending you love. Hello, Patty. How are you? Sending you love. I hope you're well. So yeah, I wanted to come on. I don't want to take too long to start because I understand that time is of the essence, but if you are watching on a replay, please comment replay, let me know that you're watching. I'd really love to know that you're watching, but I hope you're well. I'm sending you love. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I've had a lot of new followers, a lot of new connections over the last couple of months, and I haven't really introduced myself, reintroduced myself, should we say. So I thought I'd hop on here quickly and just give you an insight into myself so you could meet me, meet my energy, re-meet me. Maybe you've known me for a while, and I've grown a lot and transformed a lot in the last 6 months to a year. So re-meeting me and my energy as well. So hello if you're new, hello if you've been around for a while. I really appreciate you tuning in, and apologies if you hear dogs in the background. I'm what's the word? I'm babysitting my nephew, and I've got a dog, Polly, as well, and they like to play. So if you hear them, I'm sorry, apologies, children. Okay, cool. So I wanted to introduce myself and let you know who I was and where I've come from, who I am now, what I've created for myself, how I've transformed myself, because through my story and through everything that I've learned, I aim to inspire and motivate people to do exactly the same for themselves, because it's all very, very possible. And no matter where you're at now, you can completely transform and change things for yourself if you really want to. And it does take work, it does take dedication, daily consistent dedication, but that's the only way things are going to change, right? So to give you an idea of where I started, so I started my journey 5 years ago. It was July 2017 that I started, and to be honest with you, I wasn't even looking for it. It just quite literally fell on my lap. I thought I was okay in my life. I had a 9-to-5 job at a bank, a well-respected job. I lived on my own in a flat in Hornchurch, which is just on the outskirts of London. Had my own car. From the outside in, it looked like I was successful. But very big but. I'd not long gotten out of an emotionally abusive and toxic relationship that I was in for nearly 5 years. My emotions, my mentality was on the floor. I was depressed, I was anxious, unfulfilled in everything that I was doing. I was unhealthy in my mind, body, and my soul. And you could see that through the way that I looked and in my lifestyle. So I was 3 dress sizes bigger. The way that I spoke to myself was just not good at all. I used to really hate on myself and shame myself and say all of those nasty things to myself that maybe you've done as well. Maybe you can hi Harsh, I hope you're well. Maybe you can connect to that. We tend to put ourselves down and shame ourselves when things don't go our way, or if we've done something stupid. I didn't really have a very good relationship with myself, and I used to drink every weekend and take drugs every weekend, literally binging. Oh God. Ellie, hi. Yeah, I'm gonna start going live a little bit more. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. I'd start on the Friday and not finish until the Monday. Anything I could put in my body to escape my reality, like drinking, smoking weed. No, Eric. No. My cat likes to jump on my altar. And I've got loads of little trinkets and bits on my altar, and I'm like, no, you're not knocking that off. That is my sacred space. Where was I? Yeah, I used to start on the Friday and not finish until the Monday. Like anything that I could put in my body that would help me escape my reality that I was just so unhappy in. Alcohol, smoking weed, ketamine, cocaine, ecstasy. Like I didn't even sleep all weekend. Like it was so bad, but that was just my life, I'd go to work 9 to 5, like wish my week away for the weekends. I'd binge on Netflix every night. I'd eat shit food. I'd comfort eat as well, to the point where I would food coma. Like I really wasn't looking after myself. I was like, I was in toxic relationships. Like I'd just gotten out of that toxic relationship of 5 years. The relationships with my family were pretty toxic, and the relationships that I had with my friends were toxic, judgmental, bitchy, gossipy, and that was all a reflection of the way that I felt inside of me. You see, the biggest thing that I've learned on my journey of the last 5 years is your outer reality and the world that you currently live in and everything that you're experiencing is quite simply a reflection of what's going on within you. So, and sometimes that's a really hard pill to swallow, like for our ego especially, because it's like, well, there's nothing wrong with me. Like that's what our ego's like I'm great how I am. But the only way that we can really transform ourselves is by really like taking accountability and ownership of, where we're at. I could have easily blamed my, yeah, Hush. Well, to be honest with you, ecstasy is not too bad. MDMA is actually pretty good for mental health as well, but cocaine's a really naughty one. He said, for people that can't see the comments, Harsh said weed's not the bad one, it's the others. I don't know. And everything in moderation, right? Hi Liv, I hope you're well. But anyway, definitely everything in moderation. If you're just constantly taking stuff to escape, it's just not good, right? And it's with everything. Like, everyone's got their own vices. Mine was drinking drugs and food. Some people have sex. Some people have gambling, scrolling, Netflix, like all of that stuff, right? And, hi Jade, I hope you're well. Oh, cocaine is just a naughty one. But yeah, like everything in moderation. Everyone has vices, and you'll know what your vice is, because you are you, right? Mine was drinking drugs. But yeah, so where was I? Yeah, to the point where like the biggest thing that I realized in my journey is like your outer reality and everything around you, your relationships, your your way of life, your finances, your job, your career. It's just an outer reflection of you. And that's a hard pill to swallow, because our ego doesn't want to admit that we're in the wrong. Our ego just wants to blame everything and everyone else but ourselves and not take accountability. Because once we take accountability, one, that's like a big knock on our pride. And two, it means that we have to start doing the work. And that's where the hard stuff is doing the work, right? And it's definitely a journey, but it's a journey that I would always recommend to anyone and everyone who is unhappy in their situation, because at the end of the day, right, we could, hi Aldebet, I hope you're good. At the end of the day, oh gosh, what's he saying? It's at the edge of my head. Like, we can choose to not do the work and live a disappointing life, yeah? Or we can choose to see where we are and the disappointment that we're at now, and we can choose to do the work and transform our lives in the very best way. And it's always a choice. We can choose to live easy and ultimately have a hard life, or we can choose to live hard and do the work and look after ourselves and be conscious and choose to grow and choose to look after our body and choose to move away from relationships that don't serve us and things that don't serve us. That's the hard stuff, right? We can choose to live hard and ultimately live an easier life, right? Hello, political affairs, I hope you're well. So essentially, like, I started my journey in 2017 and I wasn't even looking for this. Like, I was in a really, can you hear my dogs? Can you hear the, hey kiddos? Because I can hear them and they're slightly annoying. I'm really rude. what they're doing is they're playing and they're going when they're playing. Hey guys, Polly, come here please, can I hold you? So yeah, like my journey started and I wasn't even looking for change. I was just ultimately unhappy in the life that I was living. I remember that night in July 2017, I was scrolling through my Facebook. I was like half drunk. It was like 2 a.m. and I came across a Facebook advert that said, are you looking to radically transform your financial future? And I was like, well, fuck yeah. Like, I'd just gotten out of this relationship and together we accumulated 32 grand's worth of debt, and he fell off the face of the earth. He found a new bit and he's all into his new bit, and he just forgot about me and the responsibilities that he had. So I was left in this crippling amount of debt with my own flat, my own car, living paycheck to paycheck on my 9 to 5. So I was putting out that kind of energy to the universe that I wanted a change, I needed a change, because I was struggling internally. So then I came across this advert. I didn't know what the fuck I was getting into at all. It was high ticket affiliate marketing. The guy that I saw that did the advert was living his free life, and I was just like, yeah, I want that. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I want that. I want it. So I jumped right in, and the more I learned about the online world, the more I was like, wow. Like, literally the possibilities are endless. When I started, everyone thought that I was an absolute nutcase, because obviously it's against the norm. Like, not everyone's doing it, and it's a completely new model in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, the particular model that I still follow to this day is only like 7, 8 years old. And I just jumped in and I was so excited. I was telling my family and friends, and they're like, Mel, what have you got into? What have you got yourself into? And I was just like, I did my research, of course, because you have to do your research for these types of things. And I jumped in, and like, in respects to that, I mean, the rest is history. I was able to start running that after a year full time. 3 years later, I started living my dreams. 5 years later, they're just expanding. But through this whole process of the 5 years that I've been involved in the online world, and I've chosen myself, right? Every single day I've chosen myself. Every single day I've asked myself deep questions. Every single day I've self-reflected on things that I wasn't necessarily happy in my life, in myself. I've called myself out, with the help of mentors and coaches throughout the journey as well, because we do need mentors and coaches, in my opinion, if we really want to ascend and grow as quickly as possible. Because what mentors and coaches do is, they give us their wisdom in a much quicker time span, rather than us just searching around on Google and in books and whatever. And they can also see our blind spots as well, because yes, you are the best person that knows everything about you, right? But hi Adri, I hope you're well. You are the only person who knows you as much as you. Like, no one knows you as much as you know you. But with that being said, you still have your blind spots. So having a coach or a mentor to help you through when it comes to your growth journey is really, really important. Now, a lot of people are only searching for coaches and mentors when it comes to their work, when it comes to business dealings and stuff. And they've got what are they called? Personal trainers when it comes to fitness, right? But then what about when it comes to our mind and soul? Do we not need guidance with our mind and soul? Or we can do it on our own for sure, but like I said, it takes much longer, and we have blind spots and charge. 1 second, let me put it back. Let me see if this works. That is charge. Oh no, hello, sorry, my inner child come out there. So yeah, with the help of coaches and mentors throughout my journey to help me see my blind spots and call me out when I wasn't doing my very best at certain things, and like, you know, basically giving me a kick up the arse when I needed it, it's really allowed me to delve really deep into myself and understand myself on another level that I never even thought was possible 5 years ago. Like, before I started my journey, I was quite literally on autopilot, like living from paycheck to paycheck, week to week, wishing my weekends away, wishing for the next vacation. And I've gotten to a space now in my life, like I've achieved my dream, which is absolutely fantastic. But it's like, they say money can't buy you happiness, and it's true. Like, the people that actually came up with money can't buy you happiness are the people with money, because they understand that happiness comes from within. And that's really and truly the biggest part of my journey, is finding the true happiness within myself, to fully love myself and accept myself and respect myself and honor myself and validate myself. Now, a lot of the times people have these self-deprecating habits, like I did, for instance, with drinking and drug taking, surrounding myself with the wrong people and not doing things that serve me, for like, you know, for some kind of void filling, self-validation from an outside source or something like that. And then once we start actually going within and working through the shit that's holding us back, and really learning to understand ourselves and our triggers and where these stories come from that we make up in our minds, where certain limiting beliefs come from that, again, we make up in our minds, because everything in life is a story, right? And our ego makes up these stories to validate our experience. But does that make the story that we're telling true? And then when we look at that, it's like, okay, well, are the stories that I'm telling myself beneficial for me? Because our lives are truly a reflection of the stories that we tell ourselves. So if we tell ourselves negative stories, and if we talk to ourselves like shit, and if we create these negative scenarios in our lives, then that's what the universe or God, whatever you want to call it, will deliver for us. Whereas if we start learning how to rewire our mind, and we use different holistic techniques to regulate our nervous system, because that's really fucking important, like regulating our nervous system. Because when we go through bouts of anger, disappointment, sadness, anxiety, when we know how to regulate our nervous system, it's easier to come back down to baseline, right? And once we understand an emotion for what it is, rather than making a story around the emotion, we're able to really surrender and sit back in peace and trust of the emotion that this too shall pass. Now, a lot of the times people fall into the emotion and are in this whirlwind circle and create so many stories, which then create their reality. When in actual fact, it's about sitting in that emotion and letting it pass, and learning different techniques as to how we can truly manifest whatever life and relationships and situations that we want. And this is what I've learned through my journey. Like, we need to find something for ourselves that suits ourselves and the future that we want to create. And when I first started my journey, I wanted freedom. That's why I started. Like, it was monetary, to get out of debt and all of that, and then it turned into freedom. And then the more I found out about the more I found out the possibilities that the online world has, and how there is enough for everyone in this world, for us to all thrive, for us to all live healthy, for us to all live our best lives. I was like, okay, well, you know, I have now got my freedom. Now my dreams are much bigger, because the wealthier that I am, the more I'm able to help people, the more I'm able to help my family, the more I'm able to free up my time in respects to things to do at home. And, you know, when I have staff, I can nicely compensate them for the work that they do. So that enables them to live a good life. And when money is in the people's hands, that's how this world is going to rise. Now, the money is only in a select few people's hands at this point in time. Like, I can't remember the exact statistics, but look it up. The global wealth distribution, like about 45.8% of the global wealth is in 1.2% of the population's hands. And then like 1.8% of global wealth is in 55% of people's hands, of the population's hands. Like, that gap is massive. So then once we all actually start thinking like this, that like there is enough in this world for everyone. So then once we start thinking like this and taking ownership of our situation and choosing to reclaim our power and choosing to learn how to reclaim our power first and foremost by learning how to control our minds, learning, or like being very cutthroat with the things that we are consuming and digesting, not only through our mouths but through our ears and through our eyes. Learning how to become financially literate, learning how to make this digital age benefit us rather than consume us. Instead of going on social media all the time to consume and compare and make ourselves feel shit and watch drama and all of that stuff, using social media to create and inspire and help people and make money from it. Like, there's 4.48 billion users on social media. How many people are actually using it to benefit them? Less than 10%, I'm sure. I mean, that's not a definite statistic, but I can only guess, right? And, you know, like, I came from a place of negativity, of toxicity, of not feeling enough. And if I can completely transform myself and my life through surrounding myself with the right people and through getting the right help from people who had what I want, from people, hi Holly, I hope you're well. If I surrounded myself and got help from people that had achieved what I wanted, so I could see the magic in life, well, they've done it. If they can do it, I can do it. You know, there's no competition. There's no competition. What you see me achieving and what you're going to see me carrying on achieving, that's no competition for you. You should allow that to expand you. Instead of, and if you're at a place where like you watch me and there's like a pang of jealousy, learning to alchemize that jealousy into inspiration. If she can do it, I can do it. Like, I don't hold back information. Hi Adri. I don't hold back information. Like, I am so passionate about rising together because we all deserve to rise. I'm so passionate about it. Like, anyone that works with me will say how giving I am of the information that I have. And there's enough in this world for everyone. There is enough in this world for everyone. It's just a case of making that decision for yourself on an individual level to go for it. And it's not going to be an easy ride. But then what in this world that's easy is good? Like, before I started this journey, I was in that 9-to-5 banking job, and I went to a job, I got my salary, my benefits, my sick pay, my holiday, and I was in that mindset because it was secure, it was safe, I had a salary at the end of the month. But little did I realise at the time that I was actually selling my soul for a salary. I was selling my soul, I was selling my excitement. I wasn't alive. And then once I started in the entrepreneurial road, and once I started actually building something for myself, like, every day now, I don't know what's going to come. You know, it's the unknown, because it's like, the more I'm learning and the more I've gone through, it's all about energy as well. And it's like, our ego doesn't like the unknown, right? Our ego likes to know what's coming, and this is why many people fall into the money trap and the system trap of go to a job, get paid weekly, get paid monthly, that's it. But then they don't realize how deeply unhappy they are because everyone else is doing the same. They can't see anything other than what they've got because everyone that they're surrounded with is doing the same. And then once you start surrounding yourself, hi Ailagrimatis, sorry, I probably said your name wrong. Once you start surrounding yourself with people that are quite literally making magic, they're quite literally creating magic and creating their dreams, it shows you what's available for you, because it is available to you. It's just choosing to surround yourself with the people that have what you want, with the people that can learn from you. It's choosing to lower your ego and lower your pride and put yourself in bigger rooms with people that scare you, in places where you don't feel like you fit in because they're so much bigger than you. And then when you get in those rooms, you'll realise that they're so excited for you to be there, and they're so excited to help you on your journey because you've invested in yourself, the time, the money, the energy into yourself to move forward. Like, the people in my world, the people that I'm learning from, oh my gosh, they're so, and thank you, Adri. Hey. No. If you want to play, go outside. Dogs. Sorry, children. If you want to play, go outside. Not in here, honey. No. Sorry about that. Back. Where was I? Like, if you want to create the magic in your life, it's all about surrounding yourself with people that are already creating magic so you can get that energy and get that vibe from them. And Adri, thank you so much for saying that I'm an inspiration. Thank you. And it's my wish that someone says that to you. It's my wish that someone says that to you as well, because you are an inspiration. Hey, can you get 2 seconds? Come on, out. This way. Yeah, good. Go on, out. I love that they play, but it's like when they're around me and like I'm doing a video and they're like, I'm like, stop it. But yeah, Adri, I hope people should be saying this to you as well. Like, if they're not saying it to you, I hope that they do, because you are inspirational. Like, your story and everything that you've gone through and everything that you continue doing is inspirational. It really is. And the beauty of us having our own voices is we're able to share our voice. We're able to share our story. And through sharing our voice and sharing our story and sharing our perceptions and what we've learned and our experiences, this is what inspires people to embark on their own journey, right? Hi Frank, I hope you're well. And this is what it is as well. It's like, I continue my growth because I surround myself with people that are bigger than me. I don't want to go in a room with people that are, I don't want to continuously go in rooms for the rest of my life with people that are smaller than me, with people that haven't achieved what I have. I want to be constantly learning. I want to be asking questions. I want to be saying, well, how did you get to where you are? How are you at this level in your life? How are you so wise? How are you so sure of yourself? How have you got this much wealth? Because I want to learn from them. And yes, it makes me uncomfortable. And I get nervous, but at the end of the day, we're not going to learn and we're not going to grow unless we put ourselves in uncomfortable situations with people that we perceive as bigger than us. And they're not necessarily better than us. They're just further along in their journeys, right? So yeah, like, it's been a journey, like 5 years, and I'm only just getting started. Like, it's crazy how, like, in comparison to the dreams that I've got and the goals that I have, like, I'm really only just getting started, and it's 5 years in. But, you know, like, if I can achieve what I've achieved already by now, like, think of what you can achieve. Like, think of where you can go. And this is really important to bear in mind, is where your focus flows, energy goes. So make sure you're focusing on what you want and what you're grateful for. But when you're focusing on what you want, focus on what you want from a place of gratitude for everything that you already have. Because no matter where you're at in your life, there is so many things to be grateful for. There is so much beauty in your life. And the universe is only going to respond to you if you're feeling good about where you're currently at. If you're wanting from a place of lack, the universe is just going to give you more lack, because that's the feeling that you have in your body. So it's really, really important that you learn how to tune in to your feelings, and you learn how to tune into your emotions, and you really understand, hi Matt, I hope you're well, and you really understand like how you're feeling through everything in respects to everything that you want to create and everything that you want to move towards. And this really has been a big lesson in my journey, in respects to like energetics and emotions and thoughts. Hello, political affairs. Hello. Hi, Ocean Sis. I hope you're well. Yeah, this really has been a big part of my journey, is really learning my energetics and my emotions, and when that's mixed in with my mindset and my thinking. Like, have you ever heard the saying, thoughts become things? What you're watching me on, that was once a thought. Everything that you see was once a thought that's man-made. Like, what you're watching me on right now, hi Roxanne, I hope you're well. What you're watching me on right now, someone came up with this idea, and the majority of people that they said it to were like, you're crazy, that's not going to work, that's not going to work. Like, all of the greats in this world, all of the great people that have like surpassed like people's thoughts and who have been turned down countless amount of times, they thought that the majority of people thought that they were crazy. When I first started my journey, the majority of people in my life thought I was crazy. And now I'm here living the life that I said that I was going to create for myself. And this is the importance of having belief in yourself and surrounding yourself with people that also can fire those flames up for you. Because belief is a massive part of the journey of creating everything that you ever wanted in your life. Because the belief creates the good energy, creates the emotions. But with that being said, there's also a part of it where it's learning how to regulate your nervous system and learning how to process through your emotions and understand your emotions for what they are, so your mind doesn't get involved in it. Because with your feeling, that's what creates and that's what manifests. Everything in your life is a manifestation of everything that you thought with feeling thoughts. So it's really, really important that you learn all of this stuff. It's so important. That it's really been a beautiful journey. I just wanted to introduce myself and say hello, because there's a lot of new people here. So I hope you're well, and thank you for listening. If you're interested in finding out more, then pop me a message. If you're interested in working with me, I've just opened up 5 spots at like half price standalone sessions, which I'm really excited for, because normally what I do is I do extended coaching experiences at 3 months, 6 months or 12 months. But I've opened up standalone one-time sessions with me, 5 of them only, for £222.22. And with that investment as well, not only do you get that session with me, you also get access to my personal expansion community. So you're going to be surrounded by people who are moving towards everything that they want. Hi Tash, hi Iffy, is that how I say it? I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Not only are you going to get that deep one-on-one session with me, check out my story if you're watching today, or ask me more questions. Not only will you get that one-on-one session with me, which I don't normally do, by the way. Hi Sophie, I hope you're well. I don't normally do it. It's normally 3 months to 12 months. So this is like very special because like I like to go deep with my clients, and I really like to build that intimate long-term relationship with them and really go deep so we can get to like everything that's holding them back, and we can get to, okay, Holly babe, I'll speak to you soon. And like get to the root of everything that's holding them back. And also like it's working long term with me allows you to truly delve into yourself and really find yourself and step into your confidence and all that you are and everything like that. So typically I only offer the long term because that's where we're going to get the best work out of it. But that's not to say that a standalone session ain't going to go deep, because it is, and you're going to get a lot out of a standalone session. So I've got that offer at the moment. The first 5 people are going to get that. So the session and joining the growth shift for £222.22. So if you want to get in on that, message me because they are going to go. Alternatively, I do have other options available for you as well. Just check the link in my bio or pop me a message. But yeah, like, the only way that this world is going to rise is if we first start with ourselves. And it seems scary at first, I get it, I know, I've been there. But when we have support, when we have guidance, when we have mentorship, when we have community all around us, that's where the magic happens. Like, you can totally do it on your own. You can. Like, you're so strong and you're so capable. You can do it on your own. However, it's just going to take you longer, and it's going to be much more lonelier if you do it on your own. So when you surround yourself with people that have already done it, that understand what you're going through and all of that stuff, it just makes it like, I'm not on my own. I've got people here. So yeah, it's good to see you. If you've got any questions, pop questions in the comments, send me a message. I love you. Like, you're so beautiful. Like, you're more beautiful than you even know. You really are. And yeah, like, whether or not you choose to move forward with me today or like never, I'm so glad that you've listened to me. And I really, really hope and wish for the best for you, because you deserve it all. You really do deserve it all. So yeah, have the best day, and I will see you around the internet.